What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another DanMachi Memoria Freese video. My name is D-Freezy here today. We are back. It has been a while since my last upload on DanMachi. Excuse me. I've been playing. You know, I just haven't really felt that fire to drop a video. So right now, what we're gonna do though is we are going to take a look at these new units. I'm gonna go over them, give you guys my opinions on them. Key thing is that I don't know if every single one of them, like I don't remember the Ryu, but these are the Christmas units that were released last year on JP, so they probably just released them here for the obviously this is the first time, but they probably did buff them since the last showing of them. They were initially on the character album, but at one point, like a couple of months ago, they did remove all those seasonal units from the list here until their actual release, which is now. So some of them are popping back up again. So we're going to go ahead and go over them. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are going to be summoning or anything like that. But again, this is the Christmas banner. So to begin, we're going to start off with Best Girl Eyes. All right, so is this the eyes that I'm going to add to my MLB collection? I am working on a few of them, but I'm going to show you guys a brief little example. This is not a good party. Don't worry about it. But hold on. How can I do this? Where was it at before? Hold on. It was... Here we go. I'm working on my eyes. The funny thing is the Bathroom Princess one is my first one that I ever had. So she was my beginner character that I started off with. Anyways, big whale. All right, let's go back over to the album and take a look at this eyes. Okay, so maxed out. Double S's in agility and magic. Very good. Very respectable. In fact, I'm just leave it up. All right, so foes, ultra magic. Oh, so she's a water unit. Okay. Ultra water magical attack with a temporary magic boost. Generic. Okay. Skill 1, high water magic attack and agility minus 20% for 4 turns. Okay, I mean, agility debuff, I guess that's usable. Okay, this is another generic skill. High water magic attack with temporary magic boost. Self null physical attacks time. Okay, so she's got the Chloe Lolo built in with a skill. That's good. That's a good skill. Like, I think there's only a couple of units in the game that have that type of skill, so that's a good skill. Let's see what else she's doing down here. Magic plus 11%. Why 11? Endurance and agility plus 10. Ability point plus 50% towards beast. She's a beast killer. That's really good. You know, situationally good anyway. Fire resistance is nice because there's a lot of very powerful fire units in the game. And critical damage bonus. So she's good. She's just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's kind of bland. She's a very good water replacement for the mono water teams, you know, for the seasonal water units that came out like summer, something like that. But she's a good replacement for some of those units. She fits pretty well. I believe some of those units do have things like buffing water damage, etc. But she's also a very solid unit because of her last skill too. Can be a very good you know, AoE unit, pretty much. And also, nulling physical attacks is going to be very valuable. I don't want to, you know, downsell that, but it's good. So she's just not great, in my opinion. So, anyways, that's me. Let's move on. We have Lafitte. All right. Reindeer Lafitte. Double S in magic and S in strength. Okay, so S's in strength, I believe, are notable because, well, for her anyway, because it should help her penetration rate, things of that nature. So... correct me if I'm mistaken, and of course, but she's another water unit, and her first skill is, her special is a support skill. That's not generally pretty good, and this doesn't seem to be either. Allies get guard rate and physical resistance plus 40% forward. Okay, so this is a good skill. It's a good skill, but it should have been a combat skill. It shouldn't be her special. It should be a combat skill. Even if they make it for 3 turns, even if they reduce it to 30%, 3 turns, whatever. Even 20%. This shouldn't be, in my opinion, a special. So, off the top, not a huge fan of that. I'd almost always rather use another unit's ability. So, let's see what else she does. Skill 1. High water magic attack and water resistance minus 35%. Very good for the water teams. Mid-water magical attack. Generic doesn't even boost her magic damage. And then last skill, magic plus 45% for 4 turns. That's a good skill for magic-based teams, particularly magic-based water teams. She seems like she's probably just a little better than Eyes is on the water team, just in general, when you consider the older units. But again, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Magic plus 30%. That's good. That's very, very good. Physical resistance as well, plus 10%. That's serviceable. Ailment resistance, pretty good. Endurance, plus 8%. Bonus defense, fire resistance. She's got a good kit. She's not bad. I just don't really love that being her special, in my opinion. Now, I believe this is a free-to-play Lilly Ruka. Lilly is farmable right now on the F in strength. On the event right now, she starts off as a 3-star, so she's going to be notable for those, what, 3 or less war games too, so be aware of that. Another water unit, high water magic attack to all enemies. This is one thing that they do with free-to-play units a lot. They give them either like all single targets or like a blend of single targets and weird things. So this is no different. Low water magic attack to one opponent. Okay, so unless she's doing her special, she just doesn't do damage. Okay. I don't want to say that, though, because even though it's low, she still gets plus 50% magic boost with her skill 2 for 4 turns. That's a really good, respectable boost for a 3-star. Also, she has that same skill, except for 1 turn. For one attack. That Ice had, that Chloe Lolo type attack. Or skill, excuse me. Magic boost, endurance boost, beast killer. She's a good 3-star unit. She's a very good 3-star unit, in fact. High water damage, you know, AoE, Blizzard Rain, very good. Mana stock is very good. Reforce cancel is very solid as well. And situationally good whenever you need to use a unit like that. So she's a good 3-star. I'm still really upset about this. I am so upset about this because I had the stuff. I didn't realize that the event was leaving and I didn't exchange for her. I am so mad about that. Anyways, Ryu. Speaking of the new Ryu, right? Double S's in magic and agility. So another water, I guess they're all water units. So they're building another base of water units that you can combo with old water units, whatever the case is, and try to build you a good water team. So that tells me that there's going to be some fire event or something maybe. Anyways, ultra water magical attack and temporary magic boost with the special skill 1. She seems like she's probably already going to be the best one. I can already kind of see it. AoE, mid water. Magic attack and critical rate minus 20% for 4 turns. That's very good. Skill 2, mid-water, magic attack, and strength minus 30%. So she's a debuffer. Okay. I'm just happy that they're not low damage. Their mid damage is pretty good. Avoids KO 1 time only when HP is greater than or equal to 20%. Removed when HP is below 20%. So she can't get 1 shot. That's pretty good. It's not, I mean, I guess, you know. It doesn't have a turn limit, so I guess you can cast that turn 1. It doesn't say there's a turn limit anyway. I can see that coming in clutch, just not a huge fan of it. Anyways, magic plus 11, same stuff here pretty much. Critical damage plus 10. She's pretty much one of the better ones so far, if not the best. I like her the most. You're not time limited, are you, Sailor Rasfi? Nope, I just don't have you. Okay, so let's go over to the assist characters. We do have a new Hestia as well. Of course, it's been a while. There's not been a whole lot. I think the last batch of units had a new Hestia. But it's not to the point where there's a new Hestia literally every single update anymore. So, all right. STR and counter rate minus 15% to foes. Primary focus is on a magic-based team. You know, these double buffs or double debuffs, you know, assist characters, I don't think I ever really call any of them bad. I think that they're all just good to great. And she's no different. Debuffing strength and counter rate is just, in my opinion, very good value. Like, they can't hit you back as commonly, I guess. And they don't hit you as hard in general. Like, that's insane value to me. I think that she's really good. But I will say that there are a lot of good magic-focused supports. So I don't know if this is a character that you would want to run in particular, but I do think she's very, very good. You know, the last few Hestias, like this one and then the one next to her, like they've all been really solid in my opinion. So we have Aina. Thank you for the subs, 3. I appreciate it. If you're listening, probably not. Double S in magic, another magic focus. I wish they would at least get A in strength so they can be respectable there, you know. Allies get physical resistance plus 10% and foes critical rate minus 15. So in combination with the Hestia, you have an insanely tanky setup. With these two, with her and Hestia, you're debuffing their likelihood of critical hitting, the likelihood of countering, their overall strength stat. You're buffing your physical resistance as well. This is like anti-physical 101. And then, of course, I believe the Ryu, she was debuffing physical or whatever the case is. Like, this is all anti-physical value that you'd gain just by summoning these new units only. So it's I see what they're trying to do. It's kind of cheeky, but it's a good setup, right? Minus critical, minus strength. It's good. In War Game, like, I think this is going to be a very good setup, but you don't want to go up against a magic-based team, though. But altogether, though, I like what they're doing. It's just, Again, I don't think that any of these units are like crazy top tier, uber good. Like I thought that the Lilly last batch was so good, you know, stuff like that. I thought Anya was decent, stuff like that. Another magic focus. I guess they're all just magic focused and water. Okay. Magic plus 15% and water resistance. So this is like that trifecta of support. With all three of these together, you're doing an insane amount of damage. They're not doing anything to you. I see what you're trying to do, man. I see what you're trying to do. Was that it? I think that's all of the units, though. Yeah, it seems like that's all of the units. Yeah. So there was 6 units. There we go. So 3 assists, 3 adventurers. Huh. I generally think that I think Eyes might be the hardest hitting unit out of those. I think that was her purpose if I go back to her after looking at all of them. Ultra Water magic attack, magic boost as well, single target unfortunately with her second skill. I think she's yeah, and then she also had crit down here. I think she's the damage dealer, you know, stuff like that. And then there was Lafitte, who's kind of a little bit of both. Not a huge fan of her ultimate, so Eyes is definitely the damage dealer. And then you had Ryu, who's a debuffer and very solid support, has good skills. And then all the assists are kind of geared towards that setup. So, you know, it's good. It's good. I sound very skeptical of it because I am. Because at this point, I'm not impressed, right? I think they're good. I just don't think they're impressive. But that's me. Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something that you have that's an opinion that's different than me. Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, we'll be back for some summons nonetheless because as you guys see, I am a collector. And of course, I'm going to be collecting. So have an awesome day, everyone. And I'll catch all of you guys in the next DanMachi Memoria Freese video. Take it easy, everyone.